Well, hello. I am live on Facebook right now. I'm Nick. Greeting. No. Anyways, I'm super excited to answer all.
You're good.
Did it stop?
Nope, you're good.
Oh, okay. About the movie that is now. I'm super excited that it's coming out on Amazon. I'm a huge fan of Amazon, and I actually have Prime. And buy all my stuff through Prime. Get literally delivered home for Dead 7. It's a place where you can get the most creative, most interesting things. And now our movie has a home there, and really, really happy about that. So I'm excited for you guys to be able to stream Dead 7, order it, whatever you guys want to do at Amazon. So I'm ready for your questions. We have a bunch that were actually taken earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and answer them as best that I can. Okay, so here we go. First question.
Tiffany from Twitter asks, what and or who inspired you to make Dead 7?
Well, Tiffany from Twitter, I just want to say thank you for your question. And what inspired me to make Dead 7 was a desire and watching all sorts of movies. I mean, movies that are a big when I started the Backstreet Boys, I started at a really young age. I was about maybe 11 or 12 years old. And actually right before I joined the Backstreet Boys, I was doing acting as well. So I had to, at that point, kind of put my acting career on hold, and I became a singer. So that's when I started doing Backstreet Boys music and touring and everything. And then later on, I was experience and starting to have some time. Why not go ahead and try to create? Dead 7 became a new project that was creating it with the Asylum. Whole new script, brand new from scratch concept, and it was fun. It became something very special. So what inspired want to be in a specific genre of a movie?
Genre.
Well, I think what draws me, well, first of all, Christina from Facebook, just want to say, is that it's an opportunity, it's a chance that it's a time where you get to play and act in something that typically isn't what. We are back. I broke the system. Sorry, Amazon. Anyways, what was the question again? It was, okay, so yeah, when it comes to the horror genre, it's just what doesn't happen in life, and so you want to be a part of something that's so extreme. I believe that I have sort of a dark side to myself, and it allows me to kind of project that and let that side of me out, and especially with other movies, with the writing and the directing and the acting. So it's just a world that I think is fascinating to me when it comes to horror, and it gets your blood pumping, it gets your adrenaline rushing, and it's really, I just like being scared and love scaring other people.
So Danielle asks, was there a part of making Dead 7 that was surprisingly difficult or surprisingly easy?
So Danielle S. Okay. So was there a part, well, the parts I think in making Dead 7 that were easy, I mean, I guess you could say the creative side when we started from scratch, creating this whole new movie, Dead 7, completely unique, is, I'd say, probably the easier part. When we got on location and started filming, and we did the entire, like, the different elements, the different locations, and then you have to film it in a certain amount of time. I mean, we literally only had 18 days. And trying to get a lot, kind of, I wanted to get everything done, you know, but it was hard, and it was a lot of stress. But when you're on location, and especially you're out in the elements, and you're doing things that, when there's snow coming, there's hail coming, I mean, that's what it was like on one of the scenes on top of the mountain. There was so many things, so many extremes when it came to the elements. I mean, we were freezing, then we were hot, you know, and luckily I didn't get that sick. So, but I'd say those were the hardest parts of filming, is the elements.
So Mimi S from Facebook asks, if you could choose to be another one of the characters, which one would you have picked and why?
Well, if I could choose to be another one of the characters in Dead 7, I'd probably pick either, maybe, probably Komodo. It's funny because I had just did a Comic-Con, and I met up with Stan Lee, who's actually a friend of ours, because I wrote a comic with him. It's a Backstreet Boys comic, and this was a while back ago, and we were talking about it, and I was looking at the characters, and I mean, we had like little action figures and stuff, you know, and I remember we did it through Burger King, so whenever someone got like a meal or something, so it's funny how Komodo turned out to be myself, or me, in the previous Backstreet Boys comics. So, but I think his character's cool, but I think also too, just the typical, just the old-fashioned Western, because for me, being Jack and being that kind of Clint Eastwood type character, or you know, from, you know, A Few Good Men, or Hang 'Em High, or those old movies, the spaghetti westerns that I used to watch, was a dream come true for me. So playing Jack was, I think, the perfect character for myself.
So next question, Sapna S from Facebook asks, what was your favorite scene?
So Sapna S, my favorite scene from the movie, let me think, probably, trying to think. Okay, my favorite scene actually was a scene that I had some input when it came to the action sequence of it. So we go through this like little barn, or this little side house or something that's kind of abandoned, and I talked with Danny, my director, and I said, Danny, I really want to come crashing out of one of the, like, a boarded up sort of wall. So they boarded up all these walls, and I'm like, I want to do my own action. You know, it felt like it was like Tom Cruise or something. So then, and then I kind of like start going off on this zombie, start punching him, and so that was like my favorite scene, because I got a chance to really get gritty and dirty, and kind of roll around, and so that whole sequence and the design of it, I really contributed to.
So Vita T asks, are you currently planning to act in or direct anything else?
Well, Vita, I definitely am interested in doing more acting. The thing is that right now, I'm focused on the next Backstreet Boy album, which we are recording right now, and also an announcement of a possible leg for my solo tour, which is coming up maybe in November. So we've already discussed that, and it's on the books. So the thing is that it's about time. I have two different screenplays, one called Evil Blessings, and then the other one, which is called Flesh and Blood, which maybe I could go back to and do. But I think that it just depends on time, because right now we're preparing for some big news coming up early next year with the Backstreet Boys, with a brand new tour and a new album. So really excited about all that and preparing for that.
So from Twitter, Franna asks, how are the character roles decided for the cast members of Dead 7?
Well, obviously I was able to have a lot of influence in the character selection of Dead Seven because of my involvement, with the writing and creation of the new project with the Asylum, and so we were able to really compromise and come up with the different actors that we felt would really contribute to the film and also make it very interesting and something unique that has never been seen or done before. Experience when you watch the movie.
Jessica K from Twitter asks, how long did it take you to film the entire movie?
Well, it took about 18 days to film the movie, and the thing about it is that while we were writing the movie, while we were filming, we were also writing the movie at the same time. So it was definitely challenging. I guess that kind of goes back to the other question, what was the hardest part? That could have been even more harder on the actors because every single day we didn't know what we were saying or what we were acting because it was being written the night before with the whole new movie, Dead Seven. So, anyways, I think, but it was still, we'll never forget it, and it's gonna be one of the most memorable things, and it was so much fun.
From Twitter, Lisa A asks, what was your most memorable moment as an actor or director from filming Dead Seven?
Well, as an actor, my most memorable moment was probably just the entire situation, thinking that, wow, this is something that I was finally able to have come to life, and seeing it, go from the paper to the actual characters, it's something that's unexplainable. And as a director, I think that was the other part of the question. I was able to co-direct, so I really kind of I turned the hat over to Danny Rowe, my friend, and he was really able to work with everything that was thrown at us, and I was there to contribute as much as I could, but really focused on the character because it was hard. It was definitely hard to wear all those hats at the same time.
From Twitter, Catherine asks, what were some last-minute changes to Dead Seven that you're glad made the cut?
Some last-minute changes to Dead Seven that made the cut. There was a lot of moments. Well, actually, now that I think about it, the end of the movie, the last-minute change that I could really think that made the cut that was important was the girl that bit me on the ankle, and nobody knew how to resolve the ending or make something happen that was climactic enough, I think. So we were on set and I was talking about it, and I saw this little girl and she was adorable, but when you put this zombie costume on her and the makeup, she was actually pretty eerie, and I suggested it to Danny Rowe, and I said, well, Danny, why don't we have her, take me out instead of like Deborah, who played Apocalypto. Why don't we try that to just make it seem as if it came out of left field, that it was something that was unexpected, and it turned out, I think, to work out better because, and I really fought over it with them to try to, and we actually had, one of the hardest things was trying to make the little girl follow the directions because she was so cute and she was so innocent that we were trying to make her just really mean, and then she wanted to go to her mom and then hide away. So it was tough to get the right shots, but we did. So I think that was probably one of my favorite moments that was added into the film at the last minute. Wait a minute, they didn't see me?
No, they weren't, but they flipped it around so you can
Oh.
get up close and personal.
Okay. Hey. Well, so you mean answer live questions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. How did you feel acting with Lauren? It was so awesome acting with Lauren because now we have something that is in stone, something that we'll always be able to look back onto and say that we did it together. So that was a lot of fun. Hello from Australia. What's up, Australia? I love Australia. We love it. Can't wait to get back out there. I was hiking the other day. This is very random, but I thought that I saw a funnel web spider, in Malibu, and I don't know how that could even be possible unless someone smuggled a funnel web spider out here. Anyways, when is the next PSP tour starting? I'd say maybe March next year for another tour for Backstreet. Let's see. Which BSB member was the silliest on set? Obviously, Howie was more hysterical, and his one-liners. I mean, it's literally, you can't even describe it. He's so funny. Where's your favorite place to visit? My favorite place to visit, where you live. That's it. So about this tour, when will we get more info? No, can't get it right now. Miss you, kisses from Argentina. Hello, Argentina. Love you, Argentina. What was the hardest scene to shoot? The hardest scene to shoot in Dead 7, probably, it's probably when we were up on top of the mountain, because it was so cold, and it was hilarious in the movie. Yeah, laugh is very funny. Let's see. Love you, Nick. Thank you. Love you too, Tanya, amigo. You need to come to Colorado. It's interesting. There's some places in America that we didn't make it to on our last tour. I'm hoping that people want it enough, and Colorado's one of those places. Miss you, tons. I'm missing class for the yeah, Maura Sullivan. Sorry. Let's see. Did you want it back? You got more questions? Okay, I'm gonna give her back, and you can ask more questions.
Last but not least, Carolina or Carolina from Twitter asks, do you get new ideas or inspirations from your fans on social media?
The interesting, well, first of all, Carolina or Carolina, we can't, and she was from where? Where?
She asked it on Twitter.
You will know who you are. Now, the inspiration, sorry, that question again.
Do you get new ideas or inspiration from your fans?
Oh, yeah. So the inspiration that comes, first of all, Twitter and social media has become such an amazing place to go to discover things that we as artists or people might not necessarily know, or to kind of inspire us to do some things that we would not necessarily do. And that's what's amazing about social media and the interaction that we have with you guys. And so as far as things that we have gotten, that I mean, anything from, movies to ideas for songs to just people sometimes. The funniest thing the other day, a girl asked a question. I mean, this doesn't inspire, but it shows you the interaction. She's like, or I've met people or talked to them, different actors, different singers and people. So it's such an amazing world that it brings us so much closer, and it definitely inspires. So it's a cool place to be.
Okay, last question's from Sarah. Did anyone prank anyone while filming was going on?
Well, I was actually in my room trying to take care of Lauren because we didn't know on set that she was 100% was pregnant, but during the entire movie she was pregnant, and so she probably wouldn't say it, but she was slightly moody. And so I had to deal with her and help her and kind of be with her in her room. So I was constantly in my room. But across the hall was Joey. And every single night and all the boys were all hanging out. And we could hear him in the hotel where we were staying. And so I'm sure that Joey definitely has some stories and some things that he's done, because he was more than a prankster and so hey, I just want to say thank you so much. And I want to thank Amazon. I love Amazon. We love Amazon so much, and like I said, I watch all my favorite TV shows and get all my things from Amazon, so it's the only place I go. And I want to thank them for bringing Dead 7 and giving us a home. I want to thank the Asylum for helping me write this brand new script. I want to thank all the fans out there. Thank you guys for being loyal and sticking with us through the years and being there every time we come on tour or we do a new movie or project. So look forward to the new Backstreet album and the new tour. We got a lot of great stuff we're about to embark on this next year. So get ready. You guys are probably going to get burnt out on us. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed Dead 7, and all my love to you.